Okay, what you're seeing right here is a simple warming hut that we've constructed out of cardboard out on a job site. Whenever you get on a job and the temperature is below 70 degrees, it's always a good idea to precondition the joint filler up in temperature before you load it in the machine. So a simple process is to take some cardboard, erect it around the buckets, use a heating lamp, and then get it to warm. It's probably going to take a couple of hours to bring it up to temperature. It's not a quick thing that you do. You need to have it sit here for a couple of hours to get it nice and warm. So that's the idea. Get it warm. It'll pump faster, pump better, and cure more consistently. I'm going to show you our complete high-tech line using our bulk system for filling joints. It's our PE85 out on this job site because it's a warehouse. But we also make 4 other hardness levels: 45A, 65A, 75A, and we jump all the way up to 95A. We make these products all 1-to-1 ratio, and all of our products can be pigmented. So out on this job, I've decided to use concrete gray. Our B side, our polyol side, is where we add our tint pack. So we send this out to contractors all across the country, and we send to them the color that they want. We're able to make any color that we can see. These are typical colors that Walmart and Sam's Club have asked us to make. We can make any color of brown, any shades of brown, all kinds of different shades of gray, blues, greens, any color. All we need to do is be able to see it, and the best way for us to take a look at a color is on the Sherwin-Williams color chart. So anyway, out on this job, I'm going to use just our standard gray because this is a gray floor, but be aware that we can send out our product to you untinted with a tint pack for any color. So it makes it a very versatile system. That goes for all of our hardness levels. All right, first of all, what's very important on a job, make sure that the buckets have been warmed up. If you come out on a project and it's 50 degrees, 45 degrees, that's too cold. You need to build yourself a warming hut and warm the product up first. That's before you stir it. So place it in a warming hut, get it nice and warm. You're going to find the product's going to work much, much better. The B side, the polyol side, is where we put our pigment. All right, I want you to step forward and I'm going to show you here. Before I add the tint, the product has a bit of an amber clear color. I'm going to start stirring it up. It's very important to stir this for 2 minutes. That makes sure that all the chemicals in the polyol side get thoroughly blended. Do this before we add our tint pack. I'm going to go ahead and add the tint pack right now. When we send it out to you on the job, this container is perfectly proportioned for a 5-gallon pail. Very, very easy, very simple. What I start to do once I've got this stirred up is I slowly add the tint and I keep stirring. You see how easily that tint affects the color, starts to blend it in right away. We provide you with a stick that you can go ahead and scrape out the balance of pigment out of the container. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish stirring it for another minute. All right, we're finished stirring the B side. The A ISO side does not have to be stirred. However, we do provide you with a nice little pour spout. Very simple. You pull up the tab, exposing the spout, unscrew it. There's a little seal. You pull that off. Now you're ready to pour it out. We also give you a bleed screw here that you should take off before you pour it in the machine. All right, now we're going to show you how to take our 10-gallon kit and use it with the machines that we manufacture. Before I do that, I'm going to show you the different machines. This is our original large machine. We call it the SP2005. It's a great machine for contractors that have large projects, 5,000, 10,000 lineal feet. We went ahead and installed 6.5-gallon stainless steel tanks on each side, so you have a total of 13 gallons here. It makes it very, very easy when you take a 5-gallon pail and you pour it in. You have plenty of room to make sure you have enough product in there. These machines are 110 systems that can be powered with either a battery system in the back, which is a deep cell battery, and it runs for 8 hours with one charge, Or if you take the battery inverter off, you can put a small generator on the back end and run it with the generator. Or if you've not thought about your power source, you simply take the plug and you plug it into a long extension cord. So once we have the power figured out for this machine, what we've done is we've come up with a very convenient way of running the machine. This hose is 15 foot long, makes it very easy for you to stretch out to different areas and to find the joints, fill the joints. We've decided that all the controls need to be on the handle here. Why don't you step in a little closer, I'll show you. That's good. We decided that the guy that's filling the joints needs to have all the controls. So this is where the on-off switch is, this is where the speed control is. This controls everything. So the man who's actually looking at the joint and filling it has all the controls at his disposal. What we've done here with the front end, we have this movable boom. In order to keep the hose, if you're going to have it as a two-man operation, from dragging on the ground, you step back, I'll show you. So as you're walking along and you're filling the joints, or you're stretching from one section to another, filling the joints, this boom swings with you and keeps the hose off the ground. However, what I find is the most economical way to run the machine is to take and turn this boom over and run it as a one-man operation. So when I have the hose set up like this, I can simply walk next to the machine, which I'm going to show you, and fill it with just myself. We've gone ahead and also put on the back end of the machine the wheels, so it's very easy to maneuver. And one other feature is we made sure we put brakes on the wheels, so in case you're on a slight slope, the machine doesn't roll away from you. So we've got a half horsepower motor. All the controls are right here at the handle. The A side and the B side come through these hoses, through this manifold and out the static mixing nozzle. We designed this machine to be run by one person. That's why we've made it a smaller dimension. It's much lighter in weight. I'm going to go through the whole process of showing you how to utilize our SB2009 machine with our 10-gallon system from start to finish. I've already stirred up our B polyol side. What I find is very important out on a job is to take a purge bucket and wire it up to the machine. Now, our lid's right here, and I want you to notice also that we put ISO and polyol. This is to keep it clear out on the job site that the A side that we manufacture is clear, it's the ISO. The B side that we manufacture is tinted, that's the polyol. However, sometimes you might have another product out there that is slightly different. You always have to pay attention to ISO and polyol, clear and tinted, and you'll never have a problem with the machine. These lids are held on by that retaining bar I just took off. Inside these tanks we have stainless steel screens to keep contaminants from clogging up down in the motors. It's not necessary to run the machine with the lids on. However, if you're out on a job site and you want to be careful, you can keep the lids off to make sure that you don't run dry. However, when I'm pouring my B side in, I want to always keep my A lid on, my ISO lid on, so I don't spill over some product. So I'm going to go ahead and load up the machine with both the polyol and the ISO and get it ready to run. All right, I've got the product loaded in the machine. It's always a good idea to put your lids back on your buckets and your caps back on the A side, the ISO side, in case there's some moisture. You never know how long this is going to be exposed. It's not a good idea to have that sitting open. So we're going to get started. I've gone ahead and put material in. I'm going to turn on the inverter underneath here. The little green button comes on. Then I want you to come up here and take a look. This is a retaining nut that's holding on what we call a nightcap. We've secured the nightcap on with a chain so it does not get lost out on the job site. This makes sure that no contaminants get up inside here. First thing I want to do is take and point my manifold down into the purge bucket. I'm going to turn on the machine right here. Why don't you come around here so you can see. I'm going to turn the machine on and gradually increase the flow and you see the A side and the B side coming out. That's good. Now I'm going to go ahead and install a static mixing nozzle. Right here is our standard mixing nozzle with the retaining nut. Secure that to the manifold. Then we're going to take a walk down here. We're going to immediately start filling the joints. I'm going to take the lids off of the A side and the B side, the polyol and the ISO, so I can make sure that I don't run dry as I'm doing this demonstration.